What's going on, everybody? This is Random Reviews, and today we're going to do Season 4, Episode 21. Today we're going to do Marvel's What If? Question mark. Yes, Marvel's What If is an anthology series, which is somewhat related to the MCU. Yeah. Yeah, here we go. Some of the episodes. Here we go. I'm just going to talk about the episodes because talking about the show itself is kind of be hard because it's like... Because with these types of shows, it's like, or these types of shows and movies, it's just kind of hard to talk about it. So you're just going to have to talk about, like, each individual stuff or episode, whatever you call it. Story. Yeah, that's what I'm going to call it. Story. Yeah, just like with the Creep Show movies. The Trilogy of Terror. Which I'll probably do in October. Trick or Treat, I believe, is one. That came out recently, 2007. So yeah, okay. I'm getting off topic, okay. So we're just gonna do each episode individual because it's like, yeah. As a whole, as a show, I'll give this like a 3.5 out of 10. It's not a bad show by any means standards. It's just, to me, it's just not that great. Hopefully season 2 will be improved because some of these episodes I just honestly hated. Oh god, my toenails are huge. Yikes, I gotta cut my toenails. But anyway, yeah. Marvel's What If. Episode 1, of course, is What If Captain Carter was the first Avenger. I think this is a really interesting episode, but I'm like, why? Who asked for this? Nobody wants this. It's like, it's cool, but we already have a female-led superhero. Technically, two, if you want to count... Unless you want to count Scarlet Witch / Wanda Maximoff, but still. It's like, why? Just why? Yes, out of this episode, I would give this a 1 out of 10 because it's like... I mean, the animation looks really cool, especially for Disney Plus standards, but it's just like... it's just... Not a great episode because it's like, why? Like, I understand, but nobody asks for this. It's like, why don't they just make a Twitter and say, hey, what episode do you want to see next? Like, I got a good one from my friend, the Movie Cast on YouTube, on Twitter. That, what about, one of the episodes is, what about Thanos can snap? That's a great episode right there. Yes. It's like, most of the time I watch the MCU, I'm like, I do have questions of like, what if this happened or something else happened? But it's like, this one though is not one of them. Alright, episode 2, what if T'Challa became Star-Lord? Again. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman, as of course. Rest in peace. But of course it's like, again, Black Panther wasn't even in Guardians of the Galaxy. So, this episode, of course, sucks. I'm not making fun of Chadwick Boseman. I love him to death, but it's just like... But this episode just sucks. Because it's like, who asked for this? Again. Not a very good episode. I would give it a 2 just for Chadwick Boseman, but that's pretty much it. And then, what if the world lost its mightiest heroes? That's pretty much Endgame, in my opinion. Of course, this episode gets another D+, because it's like... Again, that makes no sense, because it's like, it's pretty much... The events of Endgame, pretty much, almost. Yeah, pretty much Endgame, pretty much. So it's like, nope, again, no, not a good episode. Yeah, that's pretty much after Endgame, pretty much. Yeah. So again, that episode sucks. I'll leave a timestamp below of all the episodes. So if you want to hear my opinion on each of the episodes, there you go. Yeah. Alright, episode 4, we're almost done here. Episode 4, what if Doctor Strange lost his heart instead of his hands? This is a great episode, to be honest, because it's like... As much as I love Doctor Strange, the movie, this is my second favorite... I think this is my second... No, this is my third favorite... Yeah, this is my second favorite episode. No, I think this is my third favorite episode of the whole series. That because it's great storytelling, great animation, and everything. It's just like... Wow, it's great. Yeah, it's a great retelling of the first Doctor Strange movie, but except it's alternate. It's altered. Yeah. So, at this episode, I would give this like I'll give this a 7 out of 10 for sure. What if zombies? Yes, what if zombies? I would give this a 10 out of 10. Anything with zombies makes things better. No questions. Excuse me. So, yeah. What if Killmonger rescued Tony Stark? Again, nobody asked for this. And Killmonger wasn't even in Iron Man. So again, this episode sucks. I gotta see. Again, this episode sucks. Again, 2 out of... Yeah, again, I'll give this a 1 out of 10 for sure, because it's like, this episode sucked, because it's like, at least you got Michael B. Jordan again, even though he did die at the end of Black Panther. Well, maybe he did, I don't know. Alright, episode 7, my second favorite episode. It's episode 7, What If Thor Was an Only Child? Now, this episode's great, man. It's funny as hell. This is the funniest episode of the whole series. Yeah. Yes, and of course, this is another great episode. I'll give this one like an 8 out of 10 for sure. This is just a funny-ass episode. I think it's funny. Yes. Episode 8, What If the Ultron Won? Again, just like... Well, at least... Man, this one's actually kind of good. I mean, it's not bad by any means standards, but it's just like... It's pretty much just Age of Ultron, but except that if he won instead of the Avengers, but... I think it's a good episode overall. I'll give it like a 5 out of 10. It's not the worst episode on the planet, but it's just like... Get like most of these, I'm like, who asked for this? And then, of course, episode 9, What If the Watcher Broke His Oath? I think it's a fine conclusion of the series. I don't care about the Watcher. I just care about the scenarios and stuff. It's like, I don't know, 4 out of 10. Like I said, I don't care about the Watcher that much, to be honest. So yeah, those are my reviews for all 9 of these episodes of Marvel's What If. Hopefully Season 2 will come out this year. Yes, and Marvel Zombies is getting its own TV show, which is great. I'm still gonna watch that for sure. It's probably gonna be PG. It's probably just gonna be PG-13 material, probably. So yeah, Marvel's What If. Oh boy, this has been a long one. Well, because I had to talk about each episode. So yeah, see you guys next time for Hawkeye. Yippee! Like I said, Marvel's What If, I would probably give it an average rating. I would probably give it an average rating of 3.5 out of 10. Because there's only like 3 episodes that I did enjoy. A couple of them I just did not like. And it's just like, one of them I'm like, that was fine. So yeah, see you guys next time for Hawkeye.